It's about to get savage in this bitch. What's up everyone, Savage Gamer here, and this is my review for Synapse by In Dreams on the PlayStation VR2 headset. So what is Synapse? Well, it is defined as a junction between two nerve cells, consisting of a minute gap across which impulses pass by diffusion of a neurotransmitter. But basically, as far as the game is concerned, you enter into a dreamlike state of consciousness in order to combat different enemy types by using weapons and telekinetic powers in a roguelike first-person shooter. You begin on the gorgeous beachfront mansion's property of the antagonist, where I decided to climb this fucking palm tree in hopes of gaining a trophy unlock. But nope, sadly, there's no trophy here, only a gorgeous view. And speaking of gorgeous, the graphics here are pretty polished looking throughout, although I do wish that they hadn't jumped to a black and white aesthetic for the duration of the core gameplay. I understand why they did this, but I don't think that it was necessary and could have worked just the same with full color environments. Anyways, once inside the mansion, you'll soon be whisked away to the action.
Comatose. His synapse is wired into the device. Time is not on our side.
Attention. Press left palm against control panel to initialize synaptic alignment. Attention. Press left palm against control panel.
At first, things start off fairly simple enough in order to help get you acclimated and familiar with what you are able to and need to do in order to survive. You'll start off with a basic pistol, which can later be exchanged for a full automatic machine gun or a shotgun, each with multiple tiers of upgrades. And the sound design here is top notch, especially with the Pulse 3D headphones. You can not only hear everything with near pinpoint precision, but the added effect of enemies talking shit or screaming in pain when killed adds immensely to the immersion here. But let's talk bugs real quick, and as far as I found any, it was just this one, which was very strange, where I would attempt to lift myself up on a platform and I'd go flying 100 miles an hour through the map, over and over again. Although I will admit, this is a bug that should be turned into a feature, because it was pretty fucking fun.
Data throughput is impressive, and I'm sure we're getting closer to stopping his attack.
Now, Synapse is a roguelike. That means you are going to die, quite often possibly. But each time you do, you will be brought to this area here where you can select from the progression tree and obtain, I don't know what they're called, they look like megalodon teeth to me, but you can obtain these things by accomplishing goals within the game itself, which you can then in turn spend on upgrading your character this is not the upgrade tree. This is the accomplishment tree where you can gain the items that you need in order to buy your upgrades, which is this circle over here. And with that, you can unlock many other abilities from tactical, assassin, and something else. This is really fun because it lets you make your character the way you want to make them, enabling you to have abilities that just go beyond the scope of having that ultimate power fantasy, such as being able to grab grenades and explode them using your telekinesis, or being able to have 2 guns instead of just 1. There's many other things. You can also up your health. Survivor, that was the 3rd thing. So this is great. The skill tree is pretty great. Everything here I found to be fun and engaging, and I really liked this game a lot. And your weapon is handy, but your greatest strength here is your telekinesis power, allowing you to move objects, explode barrels, and toss enemies around like fucking ragdolls. I don't think any other game has given me that godlike power feeling quite like Synapse manages to provide to you. And it's pretty damn awesome. And at the end of each successful run before you enter into the next level, you'll have a choice of 2 to 3 options if you upgrade that, of abilities that you can have or select in order to make your next run a little bit easier for you. And it seemed as if right as I was getting bored of the 2 enemy types I kept seeing, Synapse delivered and brought more enemy types. There are these flying banshee-like enemies that shoot lasers at you that will really fuck you up if you don't take them down quick enough. And on top of that, then you have what I like to call the Juggernaut, who's an absolute fucking beast. The first time you encounter one of these gigantic juggernauts can be a bit daunting. They just come at you with this Gatling gun, and they're heavily armored and they're pretty aggressive. You do have a fight ahead of you, but you'll eventually be able to take them down and conquer them. When you find them in the open world, they're not as hard as they are when you find them in an enclosed arena. So at certain parts of the game, you'll enter into one of these arenas where not only do you have the big juggernaut fuck to worry about, but also other typical enemies in a pretty tightly closed setting. But you have plenty of explosive barrels to use at your disposal and adequate cover to hopefully not get your ass handed to you too quickly. But man, it is terrifying when you piss this guy off and he starts charging at you. It actually instills fear into you. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Don't fucking get me! Run, motherfucker, run! Yeah, that's what I thought, you little bitch. Pussy ass motherfucker, best step back. And just when I thought that I had Synapse basically figured out as far as level design goes, they go ahead and switch things up on me by placing me on what is essentially a track ride that I have to maneuver myself. And I thought that that was a really, really cool addition to the level design, where it just changed everything that I knew about the game at that point as far as the levels go. Yes, there were some platforms and things that were similar to this, but not to where I actually had to take a ride around it. This game just kept getting better and better the further in that you get and the more that you play it. Synapse overall absolutely blew my mind. Is it perfect? No. They could have done some things a bit different. I'm not a huge fan of the black and white color palette with only glowing objects, that you can use your telekinesis on being the only amount of color. The enemy variety is fine. I do wish there were a few more different ones. And that flying bug, man, that should just be in the game. Flying that should be a power you can unlock where you can fly. Because it was really fun, even as a bug. And that wasn't the use your left hand and grab a box and fly bug. It was something entirely different that I found on accident before that bug was even announced. Anyway, I wish there was a little bit more color, especially after seeing the introductory level to the game where the colors were just phenomenal. It looks so gorgeous where you're on the beachfront with the sunset, and I think they could have done more for that. I do like the black and white, but I wish that they would have bled color in the further you're going into it, and just added more and more color until you're in a full color universe, essentially. Something like that. But, everyone can find fault with anything. All in all, I think Synapse is absolutely worth your money and an excellent game at that. So I don't really know what more to tell you other than I absolutely recommend it. And I think that this would be a great game for you to add to your collection that only works with the power of the PlayStation VR2 with the haptics. It's just amazing to play. So with that all said, I'm going to give Synapse an 8.5 out of 10. It's not quite perfect, but it's exactly what I want to see in VR. This game is highly addictive, and I find myself constantly wanting to play it even when I'm not. And I honestly thought I'd get kind of bored with it after a few runs, and I haven't at all. And I don't think you will either. So that's going to do it for this review. Make sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, have fun, stay savage, keep gaming. I'm out, y'all. Peace.